Matilda started as a novel in 1988 and has been adapted into a movie, a musical play, and now a musical movie. The base story stays the same each time with a few alterations. Roald Dahl's Matilda, the musical, is true to the original story, but adds in a few musical numbers and a new backstory for Miss Honey's parents. The songs are done by a children's choir and the cast. The majority of the cast is okay with the orchestral backing, with Emma Thompson and Lashana Lynch standing out from the rest. Lynch shows off a powerful voice and incredible acting chops, while Thompson transforms herself into the evil headmistress of the school. The visuals are colorful and vibrant with intricate sets and costumes, and fun, creative shots. The story hits a few good emotions, but still doesn't fill the logic gaps in Dahl's fantastical story about a little girl magically saving the day. Hello and welcome to my channel. Here I review new movies and try to release a new review every day from Monday to Friday. Today's movie, Roald Dahl's Matilda the Musical, was adapted from the novel by Roald Dahl and the musical by Tim Minchin. The screenplay was written by Dennis Kelly and directed by Matthew Warchus. It stars Alicia Weir as Matilda, Emma Thompson as Agatha Trunchbull, and Lashana Lynch as Miss Honey. The story follows Matilda, a young girl born to two abusive parents, the Wormwoods. Despite her parents, Matilda manages to learn and blossom as a child by reading. She also gets even with her parents by playing pranks on them. After her parents are forced to send her to school, Matilda enters Cruncham Hall. Her teacher, Miss Honey, tries to help her, while the headmistress, Agatha Trunchbull, tries to destroy her. Production-wise, Matilda the Musical is really well done. The visuals and soundtrack are both high quality and effectively used to create a cinematic-looking movie. It has orchestral tracks, accompanied by huge groups of children dancing and singing in tandem to create chaotic and captivating dance numbers. The sets for the house, the school, and the school grounds are detailed and vibrant. They each give off a unique atmosphere that lends itself well to the vibe of the story, like the Wormwood's tiny house being decorated with extravagant, colorful belongings, or the school looking like a prison camp, until you get to Miss Honey's classroom. Her room is the only place without muted colors, and in her room even the lights shine brighter. The costumes were a lot of fun to look at as well. Mrs. Trunchbull had me laughing running around in her tutus and tights. Emma Thompson and Lashana Lynch were highlights of the film. Emma Thompson does a wonderful job as Mrs. Trunchbull. She plays the character as mean and vicious, but still comically harmless. Even when she does toss a child several miles, the child lands somewhere soft and returns unharmed. Her expressions are over the top and exaggerated, but the character ends up being a lot of fun. Lashana Lynch plays Miss Honey, the unfortunate teacher who is doing her best to protect and teach the children of Cruncham Hall. She starts off timid and scared, but transforms over the course of the film into a confident and caring young woman. She seems genuinely afraid of Trunchbull and nails the transformation. She also has the nicest singing voice in the film and knocks her vocal parts out of the park. Although the movie has a very cinematic feel to it and a couple of strong performances, it still falls into the mediocre category. The musical numbers are long and lose their appeal quickly for regular audiences, and half of the movie is singing and dancing. Spends so much time on the musical aspects that the story ends up being neglected. Matilda is the definition of a Mary Sue, and at no point in the story does she ever get punished or face any real difficulty. Her powers come out of nowhere, and she masters them almost instantly by herself. The film even has several scenes of her listing off accomplishments that end up meaning nothing to the plot other than to show off how intelligent she is. Trunchbull and her parents are cartoonishly evil for no reason, and everyone else reacts to their viciousness like it's normal. The film never even attempts to hint at why they're so evil, but it somehow finds the time to shoehorn in a flashback story about Miss Honey's parents that ends off screen with a throwaway line. Matilda doesn't learn any hard lessons and is never challenged, so when everything works out for her and Miss Honey, it feels too easy. On top of that, the characters are very one-dimensional, across the board. Matilda is the prankster who stands up for herself and her friends, Miss Honey is the timid nice girl, and everyone else is either a terrified child or a vicious adult. The musical additions to the story kind of feel like an afterthought, and none of the songs are particularly hard-hitting. Having normal people sing the songs does make it feel down to earth, but it also makes the songs sound less impressive. The lyrics weren't especially intricate or powerful either. Overall, Roald Dahl's Matilda the Musical feels long and overdrawn. It doesn't take the time to fix any of the holes in the original story, so it still feels like a stunted fantasy about a child with magical powers fixing everyone's problems with ease. It's fun at times, and a lot of work went into the visuals and the musical aspects, but the film just ends up feeling kind of boring. It presents this horrific atmosphere for Matilda to overcome, but then fails to actually punish or challenge her in any way. 5 out of 10.